Hello, hello. Welcome to today's reading. So, as you guessed from the title, today I'm going to be reading on Miss Kylie Jenner and Mr. Timothy. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so I would not butcher it. I did want to do a quick reading on them just to see their energy. I thought they looked so cute in the early days of when they first got together. I thought they were the cutest couple, but to be honest, I don't know too much of the lore behind the relationship. I just saw them at a movie premiere for his new movie, and I just thought that the energy looked kind of off for them because I know in the early stages of their relationship, I thought they were the cutest thing ever. It looked like they were very much in love, but over the last I would say year or so, I've been seeing different blind items on them come out about Mr. Timothy and his, I guess I would say, indiscretions. Oh, and before we continue, all things said here are alleged, and this reading is for entertainment purposes only. Everything here that I'm reading is alleged and intuitively led. So take that with what you will. I do have a disclaimer down in the description box. But anywho, yeah, I just wanted to just do a tap in on the relationship. To me, it gives more PR at this point. I feel like it started as a real relationship in the beginning, but now I don't think it is so much. It just feels very, we need to look a certain way in the public eye because he is trying to level himself up even more in the arena of Hollywood. But anyways, just want to give you some quick background on why I chose to read them both. But let's see what comes up for them. So Timothy is a Capricorn, and he's King of Pentacles, and then she is a Leo. So we have the Queen of Wands here to represent her. So I'm going to pull some Oracle cards. I'm going to start with Kylie's energy first, just to get us grounded on what her energy is in the relationship. Okay, first we have bankrupt, and then played out, jumped out as well. And again, this is her energy in the relationship. And then we have copycat. That's interesting. I've never had that card come out for any of my readings. So that's a first for me. All right, and then I'm going to pull one more. Moving. I heard the word tired in my mind. I don't know why I heard siphoning too. Let me see what's at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Stalker, bad karma. I'm getting like tapped out energy from her as far as how she feels about the relationship. So yeah, I think this confirms my feelings about this being more so PR more so now. And I went on her IG right before the reading, and I didn't see anything of him at least lately in her latest post. So yeah, I'm getting more. This is a symbiotic type of relationship where they're still together because of PR reasons, and I think they kind of use each other, at least from her perspective, using one another to get what they want. So, all right, let me see what comes up for him. Let me see. Relationship. The first card I have is hustling, making it rain, focus on the bag, money is a mission. That's very interesting that this came out for him. However, we have bankrupt for her that came right on out. So, like I said, this feels like there's some siphoning going on between the two, energetically at least. Whereas it might be he's making most of the money now, whereas she's not making as much money as him. And then we have no facts. All vibes, no receipts, talking nonsense, messy storyteller. Okay, let's see what else. I wonder if that's more so for him when he does his interviews. I don't know if they've asked him about Kylie, but let's see. So we have jackpot. Oh my goodness. Like I said, she had bankrupt. Unexpected windfall, right place, right time, big blessings ahead. And then we have fake flexing. What? And then we have flosses, money, acts rich, acts fancy, shows off, etc. Two totally different energies. Totally different energies. But I just feel like they feed off of each other though. There's some energy siphoning, but I think it's a symbiotic. I mean, is that the right word to use? Where it's like both parasites are feeding off one another, where they have the host and the parasite, but it's still a beneficial agreement, or not agreement, but a beneficial situation for both parties because they're both getting what they need. It feels like that. But then at the same time, I feel like he might be benefiting from it more than she is, though. Huh. What people say allegedly about Kardashians, how they like to siphon energy of men. But I get more so he's doing it to Kylie, though. That's interesting. And let me actually zoom out so you guys can see the full spread. But yeah, it just feels more so to me that he's doing the very thing to a degree that allegedly what the Kardashian, the family does to other people. But it's flipped. But then the fake flexing is interesting because it might not be cracked up on his side that he tries to pretend that it is. And that could be the PR part too, where he has to present himself a certain way because he is with a member of the Kardashian family. So, okay. I'm not sure why, but I keep seeing child services at the bottom. When I finish her part, this was at the bottom. When I finish his part, it was at the bottom again. Allegedly, I'm not saying that there's anything happening to the children. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm just noting that it's interesting that it keeps coming up at the bottom. And I don't think she has any kids by him or if she might be pregnant, but I wanted to highlight that just in case it comes up in the tarot cards. So I'm going to move this off of the table, the oracle cards. And I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to read on for them? But I'm going to just start with, you know what? I'm going to pull some more oracle cards, but I'm going to choose a different deck. I was going to go straight into tarot, but I just want to see what else will come up for them. So I'm going to start with Kylie first, real quick. So for her, I immediately got retirement goals, long term stability, future planning for her. And I'm going to put one more. And it's popping up. Ooh, we got secret romance, side piece, hidden affairs, only late night calls. I just heard the word agreement in my mind as I was reading that. For him, I got boundaries. So I have saying no firmly, protecting your peace, setting limits clearly, enough is enough. Okay. And immediately when I put that card down, I just felt that's the reason why he's able to siphon off of her more so than him, because he's able to say no to certain things. And I think he's gotten himself to a point in his career where he doesn't have to do certain things because he's associated with the Kardashian family. You get what I mean? Like, let's say Kylie was dating someone that was not as big as a Timothee, someone that was beneath her. And I'm not saying that in a condescending way, but someone that was not quite on her level. She could make him do certain things in the industry that they require of her. But because Timothy is at a certain point, they wouldn't require him to do it. And I wouldn't say he's like above her, but when it comes to the Hollywood circles, they would pick Timothy over Kylie. No shade, allegedly. All right, let's see what else. And then we have surprise meeting, blind date, unexpected chemistry, awkward introduction, could be love or disaster. When I get blind date, it feels like when they first started dating, perhaps allegedly, he didn't know how it was going to go. She may not even be the type of woman that he usually goes for, is kind of what I'm getting. Then at the bottom of the deck, I see poker face for him, hiding true feelings, impossible to read. So yeah, it feels almost like she was just somebody that's different for him to date. He's never been with someone like a Kardashian or like a Kylie Jenner. This is new territory for him, but I do think they do have some agreements in place about their relationship. I wouldn't say open relationship necessarily, but I don't think they would really push the issue about any type of pursuing of other people, or if she caught him talking to somebody else, that she would really just go off or break up with him. I don't think that at all. It just, to me, it just gives, we have an agreement, stick to it, smile for the camera type of energy. So, but yeah, there's definitely some siphoning though. I get that very heavy between the both of them. And then as I'm just looking at the cards, just how they look right now, I just see like a red infinity sign between the both of them, where it's like the flow of energy. I don't know how to describe it, but I hope that makes sense. All right, so I'm going to take the oracle cards off the table. I think that gave me a good place to start with them. So now I'm going to pull the tarot cards. I'm going to start with Miss Kylie Jenner. Yeah, can you tell me more about her relationship and her perspective? What is Kylie's perspective on the relationship? First card for Kylie, I got Wish Fulfilled. So that's Nine of Cups. And then we have Five of Swords. So I heard pick your battles. So yeah, this is something that she definitely wanted. I think she really did want this relationship. And I think she, at some point, she really did like him. But they may have fought in the past. She may have seen some things she didn't like. And they may have had communication issues. But like I said, it's just getting like pick your battle type of energy. But this is what she wants. And I wonder if the industry is forcing them to be together, allegedly. And then we have the Two of Wands here. And actually, let me move these cards in the order that they came out in, so this makes sense. Yeah, so yeah, well, the pick your battles energy, I think she has to do that because she does see future opportunities, future things that need her to be in a relationship with him, to be taken serious. Almost like how you see people who are single in some business endeavors, executives don't take you serious unless you're married. And I know it's not the right thing for them to do that, but in some instances, they do want you to be married and have a family before they can take you serious. And it's unfortunate that it's that way. But in Hollywood, I kind of gathered that it's similar. Just like how Jay-Z said that when he goes in the boardrooms, they didn't take him seriously until he got with Beyonce. It's kind of the same thing. And then we have the tower at the bottom for her. So As soon as I said the Tower, I was getting more of that bankrupt card. Whereas, like I said, this is something that I think she expected was going to be her wish that she got granted. She picks her battles. She thought opportunities were going to come, but I don't think that she's getting out of it what she desired. But he's getting more out of it. He's getting more opportunities than she is. I think that's very obvious, though. What do you see her name plastered on outside of her makeup products and the Kardashian TV show? She may very well have other things she has going on. I'm just not aware of it. But as I'm just doing this reading, you see his name more than you see hers, allegedly. All right, so I'm gonna pick cards for him now. Tell me about Timothee. We have straight out the gate the lovers. Okay. And then we have King of Cups here. Oh. And then we have the Magician. Okay. I'm gonna pull these cards for her so you guys can see. But just from looking at the cards that I've picked for them, I know that I said this relationship was probably one allegedly that Timothee did not expect to come. Kylie is not somebody he typically goes after. I feel like this is also something he manifested though. I think that allegedly going into the relationship, there was something about him seeing the opportunity there and what this relationship would give him. I think he knew that if he dated her, it would definitely give him a leg up in the industry going into it. Just because we have the Magician, had I got another card, I wouldn't have said that. But he was trying to manifest more opportunities from this relationship, and I think he knew that going in. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have Two of Cups, which it could be a relationship and it could be an agreement. And I mentioned that they do have some type of agreement with one another about the relationship, whatever that is. I don't get open relationship, but I do get there is some type of agreement between the two that we're gonna smile for the cameras, and that's just that. Yeah, it just gives me PR at this point. It started off loving, romantic, and I'd say that because I got King of Cups here, somebody that's very emotional, very controlled emotionally. They may have really gotten along very well romantically just because we have the lovers here, but I think he very much knew what being with a Kardashian would be, allegedly. Let's see what the challenge is currently. What's the challenge for both of them currently? The High Priestess. Mm-mm-mm. Challenging them is the High Priestess, so this could be using your intuition, but for them, I get there are secrets challenging them. I heard the word lust. I pulled Five of Pentacles. Allegedly, there could be some secrets about lust in there. So maybe someone has been doing things behind the scenes that they shouldn't have been doing, allegedly. I heard infidelity in my mind. But should these secrets come out, it would affect, I would say, affect money, but it could also affect them being left out in the cold, isolated, opportunities lost. I feel intuitively this is more for Timothy's energy. Definitely, I feel like it'll be his energy because I feel like Kylie have gotten him into rooms that he otherwise wouldn't have been in, at least where he is now. And if there were some secrets that were to come out about him and certain things that he's done allegedly in privacy and things that are not public, it could definitely isolate him. And I think the industry may even turn their back on him. Look what they've done with all the Kardashian exes. So yeah, I definitely think they don't want any secrets coming out, or he doesn't at least, that would impact their relationship, because if it does come out, Hollywood might be done with him, or at least he wouldn't be getting opportunities he does get now. I'm gonna do a 2026 prediction on the relationship. 2026 prediction on the relationship. 2026. She's seeing someone else. I'm gonna pull one more card. 2026 prediction. I think currently she has options. Somebody has option in this. And I see this Emperor, and that's why I said that she's seeing someone on the side or have somebody that's probably trying to pursue her that's in the Emperor energy. I suspect that they may not be together anymore. And it may not even be public, but it'd be more so she's going to go for somebody else that's big Emperor energy. She's going to move on. But I think she's weighing her options and what she wants to do. If she wants to go with this Emperor, allegedly, or if she wants to just close the relationship out altogether. So yeah, so even just looking at this, it just gives me more so weighing of options. What choice do I have? Do I want to just end the relationship, or And or do I want to start a relationship with somebody else if she hasn't allegedly already started it now? But yeah, I'm not getting that they're in a happy relationship, at least currently. That's what the energy is giving me. It's definitely just giving me PR all the way, allegedly. But yeah, I think she's definitely weighing her options though on what she wants to do. Somebody might really be pursuing her in the background because it's an emperor. It might be somebody that's in a high position. That's hmm, yeah. I would say that whoever this is, or could be allegedly somebody that's high up on the totem pole that can match her level of success. When I say success, I mean the level of a Kardashian. She's not downgrading at all if she does go somewhere else. All right, that's all I have for today's reading. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. I want to hear from you if you have any requests. Let me know what you think about this reading. If there's anything that maybe you saw in this reading that I didn't catch on. Like I said, I don't follow their relationship, but it just doesn't feel real to me personally. But we'll see what the year brings for them. And that's all I have. I'm going to close it out. Hope you all have a beautiful day. And I will talk to you guys in the next reading. Bye.